Hey guys, how are we? My name is Jackson Maxey, and today I'm going to be sharing a quick testimony about God's faithfulness in my life, specifically over my college transition. For those of you who don't know me, I graduated from Virginia Tech in 2015 with a degree in accounting. And during my time at Tech, I was blessed to be part of a community called Chi Alpha that was fiery and hungry for the things of God. It changed my life. So much so that in the middle of college, I started to pray, instead of just getting a job, God, would you lead me into missions, lead me into ministry? And my life was radically changed during my time in college. So as I was leaving college and I didn't feel the Lord calling me into ministry or missions at large, but instead to get a job, I found myself incredibly frustrated and almost bitter towards the Lord, feeling forgotten by the Lord. All these things that I was a part of in college, championing and really pushing forward, I was no longer a part of when I moved back home to Fairfax. Not only that, but moving back to Fairfax meant moving back, to a place where I really had no more community. My life got changed right before I left for college. I gave my life to Jesus, and so all of my real Christian growth occurred in college. And as I come back and I find myself rediscovering Northern Virginia, there was a lot of frustration because I couldn't jump back into the same things that I was doing in college, and I felt as if my hands were tied, anonymous, forgotten. And so there's deep frustration and almost bitterness toward the Lord of, why would you bring me back? I'm not doing anything for you. I feel so stagnant, and it wasn't until maybe April of 2016, I graduated in December. I was going to start my job in September, so right around 4 months of this 9-month kind of little break that I have, I came across Exodus 23, where the Lord is speaking to Israel, and He's talking about the conquest of Canaan, and He says, as they start to take the land, He says, I will send hornets before you, which shall drive out the Hivites and the Canaanites and the Hittites from before you. I will not drive them out from before you in 1 year, lest the land become desolate and the wild beasts multiply against you. Little by little I'll drive them out until you've increased and possessed the land. There was a process that Israel was going to go through in the wilderness. They didn't know it, but they had 40 years ahead of them. God was in no rush to get them into the promised land because He understood that character refinement, that relationship, intimacy with Him, knowing who He is was far more important than just being productive, than just getting the job done. In terms of getting the job done, if anyone wants to do it, God Himself can, And I started to realize that God did not need me to leave college and be productive for Him, but instead He wanted me as a son. Like, He wasn't looking for me to do something great in my next chapter of life, but instead He wanted my heart. And I think as I've grown and I look back on these moments, I'm so grateful that God would slow my life down, just like He did for the Israelites, slow my life down so that as things sped back up, when I started the marketplace, when I started dating my girlfriend, then fiance, now wife, that I'd be prepared for it. And in all that process, God has refined my character and made me a better man through it. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be a son.